Hi Founder fans, Jason here, and today's founder is Joseph Nourse. Joseph Nourse emigrated from England to America with his family at the age of 15, and his family must have been of some means because within 2 years he found himself dining with the likes of George Washington. Just a few years after that, the American Revolutionary War breaks out, and as an Englishman, Nourse decided to side with the Patriots. And it's a good thing he did because he was quickly appointed as an aide-de-camp to Major General Charles Lee, one of the highest-ranking generals in the Army. He only stayed with Lee for about a year, though, because he was hired by the Continental Congress to act as the clerk of the Board of War. And the clerk was essentially a civil servant position. He was hired and paid to do this job, while most of the delegates, well, they may have been paid by their states, but not by the United States government. Nourse would have several clerical positions, and by the time of the Battle of Yorktown, he was Assistant Auditor General, which meant he was reviewing to make sure nothing was going wrong or nothing shady was happening, specifically with finances. And by the end of that same year, 1781, Joseph Nourse was hired as the Register of the Treasury Department under the Articles of Confederation. And as a Register, his job was basically to keep the books, and for the Treasury Department, he was to keep the books for the finances of the United States. Now, under the Articles of Confederation, this wasn't too big a deal because the Articles of Confederation notoriously didn't have any money coming in, so there wasn't too much to be done. But obviously, Joseph Nourse was very good at this job because almost a decade later, when George Washington becomes president, most positions are given to new people. There are a lot of repeated positions, but they're mostly given to new people instead of the people who held them. But Washington decided to keep his old friend Joseph Nourse in charge as Register of the Treasury Department. Now, Nourse stayed throughout the 8 years of Washington's administration, and then he held the title through 4 years of the John Adams administration. And then he held the title for 8 more years of the Jefferson administration, and then 8 years of the James Madison administration, and then 8 years of the James Monroe administration, through the end of the era of good feelings, through the end of the American Revolution, inarguably. In fact, he continued through 4 more years of John Quincy Adams. And it wasn't until Andrew Jackson came through and cleared everyone out, because everyone to him was associated with John Quincy Adams, that Nourse was finally, at the age of 75, let go from his position. Just to make this point even more clear, for the first 50 years of the existence of the United States, Joseph Nourse was in charge of keeping the books for the Treasury Department. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure enjoyed making it for you. Make sure you like and subscribe to get new founders all the time. We have our Thursday interviews, our Wednesday live videos. So much fun. So definitely like and subscribe. And if you're interested in supporting this channel, check out my Patreon link below.